It's 5:30, and I'm going to go ahead and call the board meeting to order. Do I have a motion to approve the agenda? Don't all speak at once.
I move to approve the agenda.
Do I have a second? All those in favor?
Ms. Snipes, I have a question about item 3C, the review of student matter board policy. I was looking at the policy, and I was just curious, there's two provisions in that policy for hearing a complaint. One is kind of a general, and the other is a section 504. So I was just wondering, is this, which section is this? Is it a general or is it a 504?
Both.
Okay, all right, I appreciate that. I also have a motion to amend the agenda. I move to amend the agenda to add an item for discussion only in executive session regarding security and student matters related to the weapons found last week on Dutch Fork High School property.
I second.
All right.
Kind of self-explanatory. Discussion only. I checked FOIA law, and I can find the law if somebody wants it, but under FOIA laws, we can amend the agenda as long as it's not an action item.
All right, we have an amendment to the original motion. All of those in favor of Mrs. Huddle's motion to add an item on an update and discussion.
Can I ask, are we allowed to discuss it, or do we have to wait till we get in there? If we had a question about, there's so many people in here.
It's security, so I was going to assume that we needed to discuss it in executive session, but Dr. Ross can correct me if I'm wrong.
If there's a discussion on the motion, it can be held out here, but any particular details of the security should be referred to executive session.
Okay. And I don't have a problem with what you're asking, Ms. Huddle, but I was just curious, at what length or what direction is this discussion?
I would imagine it would be pretty short. I have questions, and I really don't want to email them, and so I just thought if we could have 5 minutes so we can get maybe more information than we have already received, or an ability to ask questions.
And it's already been clarified. I did follow up with Ms. Huddle. She did graciously give me a heads up. And I did follow up to make sure that we weren't going into a full-on security conversation because we weren't prepared to be able to do all of that tonight. All right. So all those in favor of Ms. Huddle's amendment to the motion to include a brief discussion around security in the Dutch Fork High School matter from last week, please vote by saying aye. All opposed? And the motion passes. I'm off because we're missing somebody. Oh, and then there's Kevin, so the motion passes 5-1. All right. Do I have a motion to enter executive session?
I move that we enter executive session to consider the following: A, selected employment items, Exhibit A, action; B, selected employment items, Exhibit B, information only; C, review of student matter, board policy JII, student concerns, complaints, and grievances, Exhibit J; D, contractual matter regarding the purchase of property, Exhibit C; E, contractual matter regarding construction management firm, Exhibit D; and F, discussion on security issue last week at Dutch Fork High School.
Can I have a second?
Second.
All in favor? All opposed? And the motion carries 6-0. We will convene to executive session and restart at 7 p.m.